we'll go for now physical properties of amines. In physical properties of amines, the amines are lower members of amines. These are gases in gaseous state. So first I'll write lower members are in gaseous state. These are the gases having fishy smell, having fishy odor or fishy smell here. Then the middle members are liquids. Middle members, these are the liquids, and higher members are solid. And higher members are solid. These are solid. Then these are the colorless compounds. But in case of aniline and aryl amines, if we talk about aniline and aryl amines, the aniline and other aryl amines, actually these are also colorless liquid, but in atmosphere they oxidize by air and get colored compounds. They becomes colored compounds here. So this is about the physics of amines and also color and odor. Lower members are gaseous, in gaseous state, having fishy odor. Then middle members are colorless liquid. Higher members are solid, and aniline and other amines, these are also in liquid state. These are the colorless liquid, but in atmosphere they oxidized by air and they get color there. That means they becomes colored compounds. Next we'll go for the solubility test. Second physical property is solubility. So here again, in case of amines, the lower members are soluble in water as they form the hydrogen bond. So I can write here lower members, they can form hydrogen bond with water. So these are soluble in water. But the higher members, as the alkanes are with increase in molecular mass, the higher alkanes are hydrophobic in nature. With increase in molecular mass, the solubility in water goes on decreases. So higher members are insoluble in water, but these are soluble in the organic solvents. So this is about the solubility test. They are lower members are soluble as they can form the hydrogen bond with water, but higher members with increase in molecular mass, the higher alkyl groups are hydrophobic in nature, so these are insoluble in water, but the amines are soluble in the organic solvents like ether or benzene, alcohol, etc. So this is about the solubility. Next we'll go for boiling point. Next property is boiling point. So in case of boiling point of amines, if you consider NH bond, I'll take the example of R NH2. So if you consider NH bond, the nitrogen is highly electronegative, and so the bond is a polar bond. Nitrogen acquires negative charge while hydrogen acquires positive charge. Bond is a polar bond, and hence they can form the hydrogen bond, intermolecular hydrogen bond in between two molecules of amines here. And as a result, what happens in case of primary amine, this is 1 degree amine actually. So it can form the hydrogen atom of one molecule gets attached with the nitrogen atom of other molecule. This hydrogen again attached with the nitrogen atom of other molecule. So they can form the hydrogen bond here. The bond in between hydrogen atom of one molecule and the nitrogen atom of other is your hydrogen bond. This is your intermolecular hydrogen bond. You know that. Intermolecular hydrogen bond. So as two molecules are associated with the strong intermolecular hydrogen bonding, here in this case the interaction is strong in between two molecules, and the dipole-dipole interaction, you can say the dipole-dipole interaction is very strong in case of primary amines, and so the boiling point is higher in case of primary amine. What about secondary amines? If you consider secondary amine, then it is R, N, R, H. Only one nitrogen to hydrogen bond is there, and hence the intermolecular hydrogen, that means the interaction between two molecule, dipole-dipole interaction is weak as compared to primary amines. Here this is your 2-degree amine or secondary amine. So as compared to primary amine, the interaction between two molecules in secondary amine is weak, and so the boiling point of secondary amine is less than the primary amine. If you consider tertiary amine, then in tertiary amine there is no nitrogen hydrogen bond here. All the 3 hydrogen atoms are replaced by 3 alkyl group, and hence there is no hydrogen on tertiary amine. So in this case, again the dipole-dipole interaction is weak as compared to secondary amine and primary amine, and hence the boiling point of primary amine is higher than the secondary amine, which is higher than the tertiary amine having comparable molecular mass. What about the alcohol? If you consider alcohol and the amines, then in alcohol there is ROH group, and in case of ROH group, the oxygen is highly electronegative as compared to nitrogen. In case of amines, there is NH bond is present. So in case of alcohol, ROH group is there and oxygen is highly electronegative than than nitrogen atom in the amine, and that's why what happens here, the bond is strong bond. It is a much polar bond than the NH bond here, and as a result what happens, again the intermolecular hydrogen bonding is strong in case of alcohol as compared to amines, and so the alcohols having high boiling point or higher boiling point than the amines, and they are having, again amines having high boiling point than the alkanes here, because in alkane there is no any polar bond, and so the interaction between the dipole-dipole interaction is weak. The interaction between two molecules is weak, and that's why they are having low boiling point than the amines here. So alcohol, I can write here order of increasing order of boiling point here. Tertiary 3-degree amines having low boiling point than 2-degree amines, in which the boiling point is low than 1-degree amine, in which the boiling point is low than ROH. And out of this 3, the RH, that is alkyl group, having low boiling point. So this is the increasing order of the boiling point. If there is a decreasing order, then the boiling point of alcohols are higher than primary amine, which is higher than secondary amine, which is higher than tertiary amine, which is higher than RH, that is alkanes. So in case of alcohol, the boiling points of alcohols are higher than amines, and this is due to the strong dipole-dipole interaction between two molecules. The molecules are associated by the strong intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So the interaction between the molecule, the dipole-dipole interaction is very strong as compared to amines here, because the oxygen atom in OH group is more electronegative than the nitrogen atom of NH group. So this is about the boiling points, solubility and physical properties. In case of phases, The lower members are in gaseous phase, in gaseous state, having fishy odor. The middle members of amines are in liquid state, while the higher members are solid. The aniline and aryl amines also, these are the colorless liquid, but in atmosphere they can oxidize by air and they get color there. In solubility, the lower members can form hydrogen bond with the water, and that's why they are soluble in water. But with increasing molecular mass, actually the carbon chain or the alkyl group, there are higher alkyl groups present. The higher alkyl groups are hydrophobic in nature, and that's why these are insoluble. But the amines are soluble in organic solvents like benzene, then ether, alcohol, etc. What about boiling point? The boiling point of amines, primary amines, is higher than the secondary amine, which is higher than the tertiary amine, and this is because of the polar NH bond here. So in case of primary amine, there are two NH bonds, and they are associated, the molecules are associated with each other by intermolecular hydrogen bonding, and so it requires more energy to separate the two molecules, and hence the boiling point of primary amines is higher than the secondary. In case of secondary, there is only one NH bond. So in comparison with the primary amines, the interaction between the two molecules is weak, and that's why the boiling point of secondary amine is again smaller than the primary amine as compared to in case of tertiary amine, there is no NH bond. So again the interaction between two molecules is weak as compared to secondary and primary amine. So the tertiary amines are having low boiling point than primary and secondary amine. So in between primary, secondary and tertiary amine having comparable molecular mass, the boiling point of primary amine is greater than the secondary amine, which is greater than the tertiary amine. If you compare the amines with the alcohol, then in that case the boiling point of alcohols are greater than the amines, and this is because the oxygen atom in hydroxyl group is more electronegative as compared to nitrogen atom in NH2 group. And as a result, what happens, the two molecules are associated with the strong intermolecular hydrogen bonding, and so the dipole-dipole interaction between two molecule is very strong as compared to amines. So the alcohols are having greater boiling point, larger boiling point than the primary amines, in which the boiling point is again larger than the secondary amine, in which boiling point is larger than the tertiary amine, in which the boiling point is again larger than your alkanes, because in alkanes the bond is alkanes are non-polar compound. There is no polar bonds there. So this is about your physical properties of amines. Out of that, solubility, question may be on solubility and boiling points only. Question may be for 1 mark for MCQs type of question. So this is the physical property. This is about physical properties of amines. Next we'll go for basic nature of amines here before going for the chemical properties. So let us see the basic nature of amines. I'll write here basic nature of amines. So on basic nature of amines, question may be for 2 marks here, and surely you will get one question on basic nature of amines here. So first you see, when amines, we'll see your first formula of amines. We'll take primary amines here, R NH2. So on nitrogen atom there is a lone pair of electron, and as there is a lone pair of electron, the electron pair is available for the bond formation. They can donate electron pair easily for the bond formation, and so these are the Lewis bases. According to Lewis acid base theory, the compound which can donate the electron pair, these are the bases, while the compound which can accept electron pair, these are the acids. So here in this case, as nitrogen contains a lone pair of electron, the electron pair can easily donated, so they act as a base here. When they reacts with mineral acid, I'll take here HX, halo acid, HCl, HBr, HF, like that, HI. Then in this case what happens? Actually, the electron pair is donated to this proton. So they can accept proton, and here there is a formation of what? Salt, R, NH3. Now electron pair is donated by nitrogen to proton of mineral acid. So nitrogen acquires positive charge here and X minus. So this is a salt, ammonium salt you can say. I'll write here ammonium salt. So when this ammonium salt reacts with base like NaOH, I'll take one more reaction, R, NH3 plus X minus. When this ammonium salt reacts with base like NaOH, then in that case again you will get your primary amines. There is a reformation of primary amines, and you will get here RNH2 plus side product, this Na and X comes together to form NaX, sodium halide, and one more product is there, this OH and H from NH2 group comes together to form water molecule here. When this amine reacts with HX, you will get here ammonium salt, and this is a reversible process also. Again you can form amine and HX. So the process is reversible process. Here when this ammonium salt reacts with NaOH, reacts with base, then there is a reformation of again amines with sodium halide and water molecule. So let us see here one more reaction with aniline C6H5NH2, arylamine. It also nitrogen contains a lone pair of electron. So when it reacts with HCl, then here there is a formation of what? This electron pair donated to proton. So it accepts proton actually, and here there is a formation of NH3 N plus Cl minus. This is also ammonium salt. So I can write here name anilinium salt. Or you can write directly name anilinium chloride also. Okay, we'll take one more example of C2H5NH2. C2H5NH2 ethylamine. When it reacts with HCl, here also there is a formation of C2H5. This NH2 accepts one proton from mineral acid, and it acquires positive charge by Cl minus. So this is your ethyl ammonium chloride. So this NH2, that means amine, can accept the proton. So according to Bronsted and Lowry theory of base, the compound which can accept proton, these are base. In case of Lewis acid base theory, the compound which can donate electron pair, these are basic in nature. So here the amines follow both the theories of Lewis acid base theory and Bronsted-Lowry acid base theory. According to Bronsted-Lowry, the compound which can accept proton, these are basic in nature. So here this NH2, they can accept proton from mineral acid, so that there is a formation of ammonium salt. So these are basic in nature. In case of Lewis acid base theory, they can donate electron pair, and the species or the compound which can donate electron pair, these are basic in nature. So here they can follow both the theories of acid and base, that is Lewis acid base theory and Bronsted and Lowry acid base theory. So let us see in aqueous medium. Actually, I can erase this. So what happened in aqueous medium, they exist equilibrium. I'll take here again RNH2 primary amine, nitrogen with lone pair of electrons. So when it reacts with in aqueous medium with water, equilibrium is there, and hence it gives you R NH3 plus. As it accepts proton, it donates electron pair to hydrogen atom of water molecule and formation of OH minus. So actually basicity or the basic nature of amines can be explained on the basis of value of Kb. What is a Kb? It is the equilibrium constant for base. So let us see what is the equilibrium constant. Suppose it is a Kb, and that is equal to concentration of R NH3 plus into concentration of OH minus divided by concentration of RNH2 into concentration of H2O. But the concentration of H2O is a constant, so this is a Kb, that is equilibrium constant for base. This H2O concentration comes to this side, so it is Kb into concentration of H2O, as it is a constant always, that is equal to R concentration of R NH3 plus into concentration of OH minus divided by concentration of RNH2 amine. So from this reaction, this is your constant, so Kb is directly proportional to concentration of OH minus. So from the equation, it is clear that with increasing concentration of OH minus, the basic nature of the compound goes on increases, basicity goes on increases. If the concentration of OH minus is higher, the basicity of the compound is higher, that means it is a strong base. Then what is a pKb value? Actually in your exam you will get pKb value, and you are supposed to find out here whether the given compound is strong acid or strong base. So pKb is nothing but it is a negative logarithm of Kb, equilibrium constant for base, and this Kb and pKb, that means these are the inversely proportional. If the value of Kb is higher, then in that case the compound is a strong base and the value of pKb is lower than. That means what? If the value of Kb increases, the value of pKb goes on decreases here. If the value of Kb increases, then the compound is a strong base. If the value of Kb is higher, then it is a strong base, while when value of Kb is lower, then it is a strong base. But if the value of Kb goes on increases, then the compound is a weak base. That means with smaller the value of pKb, the compound is a strong base. Greater the value of pKb, the compound is your weak base. So this is about the basic nature of amines on the basis of Kb and pKb value. Next time we'll see about the value of comparison in between the basic nature of ammonia and primary amines, then comparison in between basic nature of primary amines, secondary amine and tertiary amine, and also the aryl amines. Which one will be the more strong base and which one will be the weak base here. First we'll go for ammonia and amines here. I'll take here in comparison of ammonia, NH3. Here also nitrogen contains a lone pair of electron. In ammonia, nitrogen also contains a lone pair of electron. If you consider RNH2, then this is your primary amine, 1 degree amine. It also contains a pair of electron, which is easily ready for the bond formation. So here in this case, NH3 and RNH2, which one is more strong base and which one is weak base here out of these two? So if the basicity is explained on the basis of plus I effect, also the solvation and steric hindrance here. So in case of RNH2, if you consider NH3, then in NH3 the nitrogen atom is attached to 3 hydrogen atoms. Also lone pair of electron is there on the nitrogen. It is attached with a 3 hydrogen atom. In case of amines are formed by replacement of hydrogen of ammonia by alkyl group. So in case of amines, primary amines, 1 alkyl group and 2 hydrogen atoms are there with lone pair of electron. So here in this case what happens? In case of ammonia, the nitrogen atom is attached with 3 hydrogen atom and lone pair of electron is there. Steric hindrance is low here as compared to primary amine. But also here plus I effect is considered. That means plus inductive effect. What is it? The alkyl group have tendency to repel electron pair away from itself. The alkyl group shows the positive inductive effect here, and as a result what happens, the alkyl group, as these are they can show positive inductive effect, the electron pair is repelled away from the alkyl group and it goes towards the nitrogen atom. And so what happens, the electron density around the nitrogen atom goes on increases and there is a repulsion between the electron. So the electron pair is easily donated for the bond formation as compared to ammonia. So in case of ammonia and amines, the basic amines are more basic than ammonia. I am talking about amines, that means primary, secondary and tertiary amines. So all the amines, whether it is a primary amine, secondary amine and tertiary amines, the basic nature of primary amine, secondary and tertiary amine, these are the strong base as compared to ammonia, because in primary amine 1 alkyl group is present which can repel electron pair away from itself. So electron density goes on increases on nitrogen atom and there is a repulsion between the electrons, and so electrons are easily available. They can easily donate the electron pair for the bond formation, and so they are more basic as compared to ammonia. In case of secondary amines, there are 2 alkyl groups. That means again due to positive inductive effect, due to plus I effect, again the electron density around the nitrogen goes on increases and they are more basic as compared to ammonia. And in tertiary amine, again there are 3 alkyl groups, so positive inductive effect goes on increases and so again they are more basic as compared to ammonia. So we have seen the basicity of amines in comparison with the ammonia. Ammonia is less basic than primary, secondary and tertiary amines. Next time we'll see the comparison in between primary amine, secondary amine and tertiary amine, because in all these cases the nitrogen atom is there and it contains a lone pair of electrons. So which one is a strong base, which one is a weak base, that we'll see in next video.